how we do it.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Hey besties, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Barb Dior and I'm so happy you click play. If you can do me a big favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. If you don't know what to comment, drop me a heart, child. Make sure before you go, you follow me on everything. Hit my descriptions up, follow me on everything. Shop on my website, Diva Supply. Get that book that I wrote and let's jump into this story time, okay? The name of this is The Customer from Hell, okay? Now, this is one of those salon story times, you know. I had a salon. If y'all don't know, I had a salon for about 5 to 6 years. And, baby, it was a time. That's all I can say or whatever. But this particular time is about when I used to sell hair bundles. I used to sell hair. I used to sell closures. I sold a couple of wigs. I ain't sold too much because back when I was selling hair, wigs weren't really a thing yet. Wigs, after I stopped hair, wigs just went crazy, okay? So either way, I was known in the city where I'm at for my hair bundles. Like I was one of the people you tag for hair, you know what I'm saying? So don't get the bundles because she got them, okay? And I was going by Diva then, okay? Hint, my business is called Diva Supply because, baby, I'm going to supply you with everything you need, okay? So either way, I was going by Diva. I was going by Diva probably about close to 10 years by then. I just transitioned to Barbie. And let me not say transition because y'all gonna think I'm a tranny and I'm not that, okay? I was born woman, okay? Born woman. On the birth certificate, it say female. So, you know, people might be new here. I don't know. But either way, the young lady hit me up in the inbox. It's a regular day. Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. And, you know, I clearly think that she had been stripped through my page or whatever. And I had recently retired from working at the prison because I was going to start working at my salon full time. And so she started the conversation. Hey, my name is, we're going to call her Kimmy, okay? We're going to call her Kimmy, okay? Now, I don't know why we calling her Kimmy. She didn't look like a Kimmy, but baby, that's what just came to my scapula. So Kimmy she is, okay? So Kimmy hit me up and she was like, oh yeah, I was just scrolling through your page or whatever. I seen that you was selling hair and I need XYZ. She asked me about the grams of the hair. What is it body weighs? What nation is it from? Is it Brazil? Like what it is. I'm telling her what I got in stock. She like, okay. I want to also schedule for it to be sewn in, okay? Because sewn ins was going crazy at the time, baby. Sewn ins, everybody was busting out with her sewn in, okay? So she was like, she want to sew in, but she want a medium leave out. That means she leaves some hair out in the front, and then she wanted full. She was saying she wanted so full and thick, and so at the time, the longest bundles I had on me was 24 inches and 22, okay? So she said that she wanted to buy 2 bundles, and I was telling her with the hairstyle, and she showed me a picture of the hairstyle she want. I told her like my bundles are full, but you're gonna need 3 for that look, okay? And like a little bit of hair is gonna be left out to do that, to conquer that hairstyle. You know, I've seen it done many times in my shop, so I'm telling her what she needs and whatever. And I think she's looking at it like, nah, she just trying to make a sale. I probably don't need that bundle. But you needed that bundle, okay? So the young lady Kimmy was like, well, all right, then I'll just get 3. So I said, okay, well, you can come by the shop and you can get the hair and we can set you up an appointment, or you can do it on the day what you want to do. So she was like, the day of the appointment, I'm buy the hair. But I let her know that I don't do no hoes, okay? So if you want to buy the hair, you can go ahead and buy the hair now or whatever. So what she did was she came to the shop and she went and bought her hair. So she's playing with the hair. She's loving the hair. She was like, oh, these bundles are thick. And she ended up getting body wave. And based upon what I had, I wore the hair that she was buying. So she was like, oh, what you got in your hair? Your hair is so beautiful. And so she then came to the salon. We're in my office and she says, what is in your hair? What is in your hair? And I told her there was body wave. We just had it curled up tighter. And she's like, I want that. So she ended up getting 2 22 inches and 1 24 inch Brazilian body wave. That's what she ended up getting. Okay. So one issue. There was two ladies, so she hadn't set her appointment yet. She bought the hair. She thanked me, and then she came back. She left and came back in and said, I know y'all accept walk-ins. Could anybody do my hair today? Because she had on a bonnet on. And she said, I was like, well, let me check with my girls. So I checked with the girls, and everybody was booked up. So I told her, we had 2 appointment times open for the following day. And so she said she would come back for the following day. So then when I'm getting off and closing down the shop, she inboxed me again. She was like, I just think it's amazing that you are a correction officer and you retired, and because I'm currently a correction officer. And she just went on and doing all this talking. I'm thinking like, baby, we ain't about to be friends because you came and got your hair done, okay? Just get, now we can be friendly, but it was just giving too much. Like, why are you doing all this conversation at the inbox, baby? Your appointment is set, your hair bundle is brought, okay? Baby, I will see you tomorrow. I'm tired, okay? So I don't want to talk to nobody. I've been talking to people all day. This is my time to be off. So either way, I was like, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And I ended the conversation. And she kept writing me like, well, I can't wait to get my hair done. This is about to be a great experience. Thank you for being so nice. Everybody was just so nice. I can't wait to come back. And I'm like, okay, cool. So either way, the next day comes, she got an appointment at 10 a.m. in the morning. I ain't think nothing of it. I come in the shop, 9 o'clock. Boom, I'm answering phone calls, I'm setting up appointments. It's a regular day in the neighborhood of a salon, okay? People are walking in, they're asking, do you got time to do this, X, Y, and Z? We book appointments on site, okay? Baby, we getting it done. People are dropping in. I have like 4 or 5 customers come in, getting our hair bombs. It was normal. They were coming in, they were walking in, they were seeing the ads online. They would come from Instagram, they would come from Facebook, they would come from Craigslist, but they were coming in, hey, is Diva here? Yeah, she right there to knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? I want to buy some hair bundles. Boom, boom, boom. We do the transaction and go normal. Everything's good. Okay, she get there. She come knock on the door. Do it again. I didn't do the hair. I sold the hair. So why are you knocking on the door? I guess she want to speak. Do. She was like, I just want to let you know I'm here. But I had a whole waiting there. You know what I'm saying? She just walked through. Just waiting, whatever, to let somebody. I was like, okay, well, just go back into the wait now. We'll come get you when she's ready, because we didn't like people that was not getting service in the salon area, because you're gonna sit there and look at us the whole time till we get done. You going back out there, okay? When we ready for you, we'll come get you. So she was like, okay. She was like, all right. So she get out there, the girl get done, boom. I go get her personally. I said, okay, but she's ready for you now. And we gonna go ahead, I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wash your hair. So they put it on the washer. One of the wash girls come out, boom, wash her hair. Shika. I sit there and talk to her for a little while, and then I go back in my office. Everything is good. Okay, so let's say about an hour goes by. Again, I'm on the phone booking customers. When I'm not booking customers, I'm doing my books, I'm doing inventory, I'm doing stuff that the business owner is supposed to be doing. Okay, all right, boom. Thinking nothing of it. I'm in there eating my lunch and this now. I done ran to Chipotle. I'm sitting there tearing it down. I get a knock on the door. Do, like the police. And I'm thinking like, what's going on? Okay, what's going on? An hour went by, y'all now. And so she was like, I hate my hair. Now she opened the door looking like a grandma model. Now, first of all, when she came in, about a 2. That's the number. If you ranging her and you were judging her, well, what's your friend here? She was about a 2, okay? Let's just be honest. About a 2, yes ma'am. Okay, when she came out, I didn't even know who she was. Okay, now who is the beauty queen about to tear down my door? Because I'm talking about looking good, because we offer other services. And baby, she done got her eyelashes done, eyebrows looking good, light coat of makeup on her face. Baby, she looking good. The bundles is flowing down. She is looking amazing. I'm talking about they got her hair bumped up just right. She's just looking flawless. I was confused of why the police was banging at my door. That's what she was giving. Boo. I said, yes, come in. What's going on? She said, I hate my hair. And I'm sitting there like, baby, maybe she blind in her left eye. Because, baby, what? Because, baby, you look good. So what you talking about? And I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? You look good. She like, I hate it. It just looks good. It just looked thin. I'm thinking like, she has a body. I'm talking about thick. When she's walking and doing all this stuff, her hair is flowing like wind blowing through it. And you talk about you hate your hair. Girl, baby, get the in. Sit down and let me get what you got on your head, because it's looking good. You said you got 222 and a 24 in. Yeah, I'm gonna try that neck, because I only had 18 inches in my head. But I like that. So I couldn't understand what she was saying. So I said, baby, have a sit down, baby. Have a sit down. I went and got a big mirror. I used to have this big mirror behind my desk. And I held it up to her, and I'm looking in the mirror, and she looking. I said, I want you to look at yourself. What do you not like about your hairstyle? And then she brought out her phone and showed me the hairstyle. See, the hairstyle that she brought out was this woman had highlights in her hair. And baby, surely you didn't think that you were getting highlights because you didn't ask for it. If you wanted the highlights, you should ask for it. I said, it's not going to look like that because you have jet black hair and your bones are natural color. But it blended very well. It looks very good. So she was like, I wanted this. I said, well, you have to set an appointment at a later time because she got other appointments. And we could do that for you. But next time you need to initiate. That's what you want, right? I hate it. I don't like it. Y'all better give me my motherfucking money before I tear up this motherfucker. Now everybody knew me very well, and they knew that I handle crazy clients very well. And I also like threats because I just came, did you hear? I just retired for working at a prison. Look at the prison time story times. And with you hollering and screaming and hollering, I just looked at you crazy because didn't you say you work at a prison? Maybe you done been there too long and you think you one of them, okay? Because baby, what? I said, now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this as nice as I can say it because your voice is elevated and I don't like it. Now, we can sit down and have a conversation because at this point, we looking in the mirror, we having a moment. She was like, yeah, it's not that bad, but it don't look like she's regular. Then also, she jumps up, and I think this was supposed to be a scare tactic. She jumps up and say, I don't like my hair. I'm finna tear this motherfucker up. I don't know what you about to do, but I'm gonna tear this whole shop up if you don't give me my money back. I go back around my desk. I sit down in my seat and I do this number right here. I said, now what we're gonna do is for one, you're gonna sit down. That's what you're gonna do. One, you're gonna sit down. And we're gonna have a conversation. And if we can't have a conversation, you're gonna get out, okay? Now, that's what we're gonna do. So she sits down. Now you just went from as soon as I was calm and I sat back, because I had weapons on my desk, I won't really worry about too much. But and then let me also point the story that in the process of her getting her hair done, my son has been dropped off. Now my son had to be like what, 7, 6, something like that. My older son, he had got dropped off from the daycare and he was sitting in here watching this woman. And you acting a fool while my child is present. So I have to be calm. Oh God, I have to be calm. Children, don't they keep you out of jail? Mine has. So either way, I sit down and I said, we're going to have a seat and we're going to talk. And she said, I hate my hair. I want my money back. Now, everybody that has ever done business with me, as soon as you walk into my salon, and if you're a salon owner or you have any business, I will command you to do the same thing. On every wall, I had the same thing. We do not give refunds here. We fix problems, okay? All right, everybody got it, okay? Now, legal law, if you put that on the wall, you don't have to pay anybody a refund back, nor give money back. So please cover yourself, business owners, okay? Because if you don't have it up and then you try to put it up, they can sue the shit out of you, okay? Everybody got it? Okay, great. That was on every wall of my salon because people, I met so many people that was just crazy and con orders. I had to protect myself. I had to protect myself. So I pointed to the sign on the door that said it because it was in my office too. And she was like, so you ain't gonna give me my money back? And then she looks at my son. Now my son is in the corner in the back of her, in a chair in back of her. He on his little game just playing. Yeah. And every now and then he's looking up. And every time he's looking up, I'm like, it's okay. Just play with your game. She's upset. We're gonna talk. So because she's acting crazy and now and she keeps going where I'm gonna sit down calm and I'm having these spurts. I had one of the ladies that worked with me, and we named her Honey, to come and get my son out of this office because clearly we're going to have to act the same. Because the calm me trying to talk to you and start acting the same. And I told her what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the police, okay? And I'm going to let them do their job because if you're going to tear up the shop like you said you were, dares you to do it. But if you're going to tear it up like you said, they need to be present so they can come and lock you up after this vandalization has been done, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and call the ambulance because you're going to need assistance, okay? Once the shop is towed up completely, okay? Now, the thing is, I have assurance on this salon. So therefore, if you tear up everything in here, I will get all new things. And I will also get everything redone over, not a cost to me. But what is it going to cost you? Huh? Because I think you can get some time for coming in and tearing things up, okay? You can also get time for threatening an establishment and a business owner, and you can get more time acting like a fool in front of a child. Do you know these charges? Correctional Officer Kimmy. And she said, oh, so you bitch, you funny. I will be nobody's bitch. Don't call me that. My name is Diva, and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but now I'm upset. So she saw the tone change and all the personalities that are inside come out, and she realized she was not going to intimidate me. I think hollering and acting a fool and was supposed to scare me or something. I'm like, girl, bye. I worked in a prison for almost 10 years. You think you gonna come in here and act a little crazy, baby? You is a level 6 crazy, but you think you doing something. I have met crazy in many forms, baby. What you doing is shocking. Over some hair bundles that look amazing on you. So she was like, no, I'm gonna just call my man. I'm gonna just call my husband. Call who you must. As soon as she was like, she gonna call your husband, I dialed a number. And I also had an officer that we were real locked in. He was like, if you have any disturbance, go on, send him a text. So I had to go on and send him a text. We have a situation. We need your presence. He had already set out a unit. I called, let them know. We have a young lady here acting a fool, threatened to tear up my premises and my everything that I worked so hard for. I need for somebody to come here and get her out of my building. Now, it wasn't an issue at all or getting her out of my business. It wasn't an issue. It was simply dragging her out. But my son was there, punching her in her face and dragging her out. But my son was there. Them coming there dragging her out and putting a sheet over her head. My son was there. Those were not issues. Like, it wasn't an issue at all of getting her out of the building. But when children are present, I think as an adult, you should act a certain way, so those, let me stop, y'all. I just feel like this is the truth. Like, you should act in a certain way. And, I told her, like, we're going to try to handle this very cordial. But I don't do well with threats. And I definitely don't respect that you acted a fool in front of my child. And so she was like, I don't have no beef with you, but I'm just going to call my husband. So she called her husband, right? And she gave me the tone that maybe she's not a person that cleans up a lot. And I say, when people say, ooh, you cleaned up, you sharp. Because as soon as she called her phone, she video chatted him. He said, oh my God, you need to go to them all the time. You look freaking beautiful. You look like when I first met you. Like, who did your hair? What's that cash out? I'm finna text him $100. You look amazing. So her man just on some gas on her. Like, babe, you need to come on and come home. I'm about to take you out on a date. I'm finna get up and get dressed like this. You ain't look like this good in 10 years. And I think, like, I don't know what she had to plan or what she was gonna say to this man, but he on the phone and he said, babe, what's the problem? Why your face toe up? I don't like my hair is ugly. And then you get on the phone and say I'm beautiful. And she was upset because the man was telling her you look good, because she did. She was giving 10 across the boards, baby. To come in here looking like a number 2, baby, and you look like, girl, you look good. Acting a fool, but you looked good. So while she on the phone, the police come through the door, okay? So the police come through. One of my friends at the police officer, he didn't come through the door. It's 3 of the police officers with him. The first thing they do is ask for your identification, who you are. They know who I am. So they ask for identification, what's going on. And they explained to her the same thing that I have explained to her. Because of the signs on the wall, she cannot give you your money back. She will not give you your money back. And now the next thing is, what do you want to do? So they're looking at me now. What do you want to do about this situation? I want her to exit my facility, and I don't want her to ever come back. She was like, wait, and her husband on the phone like, wait. She can't come back. No. She need to come back. I pay double. I take triple. No. See what you done went in there and did? Why is the police in there? She said, I'll call you back. And hung up on. So she was like, she looked at me and was like, I can't come back. And I'm like, ma'am, no, you acted the whole food in there. And so, mind y'all, before the police got here, I told her to exit my office and go wait to the front of the building, y'all. Before the police got here, right? She's still talking to her husband on the phone or whatever. She exited my office. Instead of going in the front where I told her to work, she goes around my customers, busted up. I'm finna fuck everything up in here. Fuck her, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. I'm talking about acting real bad, right? So the girls are upset, and I always train my girls that you gotta act a certain way, like when you dealing with people, whatever. And so they come in there like, Diva, we can whoop her ass, okay? We can go and get her out of your shop. You ain't gonna like it because it ain't elegant, but we can whoop her ass. I'm like, baby, I can whoop her ass. Ain't nobody gonna whoop her ass. I want to see what she gonna do. Let her do what she gotta do. She was like, it's other customers in here. So what I told the customers to do was to go to the lobby and to the police was called. And I apologized for them, and I took off half of their price of their hairstyle. The police got there. The girls went back in there. So the police got there between the time I asked them to go back. And now you messing with my business. You messing with my money. So now I'm really mad. But I really want to see what she going to be bad, y'all. I like to test people. Let's see what you going to do, baby. You say you going to tear up the shop. So you going to lose your job. That ain't going to look over good when you hit the news and the people at the, because she really worked at a correctional facility. I checked it out and found out or whatever. So either way, my customers got moved back. They probably was out there maybe 5 minutes. The wait was like 5 minutes, if that. And the police came in, so I moved them back in there. There was a door to shit that's a line from what was going on out there with the police. So you acted a whole fool. You know what I'm saying? So the police came in and telling her questions, asking her stuff. And he was like, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And so when they asked her to leave, she was like, so I can't get none of my money back. So she just can keep all my money. And I don't like my hair. What happened to the customers always right? He was like, ma'am, I don't know you personally, but I think you look beautiful. And he said, I'm going to say that as professional as I possibly can say. I don't know what's going on with you, and I don't know if you're okay, but from what I can see, you're a beautiful young lady that you need to take the chance and exit, because if she says she want to press charges, you can go to jail. Do you realize that? You done came in here and threatened this woman. You done came in here and threatened everybody in here. Everybody, like, because they didn't just talk to you. The police don't want to talk to you. They talk to everybody. 5 people has attested you done came in here and threatened them, threatened the chairs, threatened the wall, threatened everything, cussing, causing the disturbance. It's about 5 charges you can get. And you said you work where now? Because I could see your bag, because she had pulled out her, like she was a police, but this was a correction officer bag. You clearly work somewhere that's a report. I don't think this is going to go over well if this get reported. So she was like, well, you know what? And she started gathering her stuff. You're right. And, you know, I just got a lot going on. And, you know, that's everybody's excuse when they act a fool and get embarrassed. I just got a lot going on. And, you know, I'm just going to get out of here. So when they start talking about them charges, you know, I just got here. She getting her bag and getting everything together and went on about her business. So she went in a believing. Probably like 5 days later, she inboxed me and basically was saying she was so sorry. She was like, when she got home, she was telling me everything. I'm talking about, it was this long message talking about how her husband, you know, their marriage was fixed because of her hairstyle, and we changed her life. She had never experienced some of the love that she experienced. She had the best night in her life with her husband. I'm thinking like, ma'am, what? Huh? Girl, what did I need to know all this? Because your man fucked me last night. Hey, I don't need to know all that to do my job, baby. What? And then my thing is, the crazy thing about it is that she was writing me, I already blocked you, I thought. Baby, I made another page. Okay, so either way, in this long message, she also apologized. She apologized to everybody, and she sent me a cash app of $100 and told me to give $50 to the girl as a tip. And I did. And then $50 to another girl was in there. And then she sent me a total of $200. Let me get it right. And she gave me $100 for pain and suffering. Girl, what? Girl, what? You didn't do nothing. All you in there was you was in there looking like you were having a grown woman temper tantrum, baby. You didn't do too much. I thought you was hilarious a little bit, but I didn't appreciate you disturbing the peace of my salon. Okay, everything was smooth. We had music playing. Everybody, it was a fire. Everybody was having a good time. They were getting there. And then you coming in like a Tasmanian devil. I didn't understand that, and I don't understand. Like my son was even like, why was the lady screaming? That was what his response. He didn't understand why a grown rested one-neck woman was in there just like a pterodactyl. Like, baby, calm down. But yeah, I really didn't take this situation. I didn't like it, but I just really was. I'm one of those ones. Do it then. If you bad, then do it then, because you going to jail. You going to jail, and you do too much, you're gonna go to hell. Because I got something under here. Okay. But either way, she didn't do too much. She yelled a lot, and they came and got her, and she went on about her business, and then she wrote me that long essay. And I read some of it, and she said sorry, but I kept that money, though. I ain't gonna lie. I kept that money, thank you. When I brought my son something for his pain and surgeries, or watching a grown woman holler about some bundles, but she wanted her money back because she had to pay me for the bundles, but she also had to pay for the hairstyle. So after she paid everything, her total came up to $550. So you thought you was gonna get a service done for free, baby? This is a salon. We ain't at little Keisha house, baby. The price is the price, okay? I'm sorry, but I think that once she saw the whole total, she was like, "Ooh, this too much. So let me act a fool." And she seems so nice, so she's gonna give my money back. No. This is the place of business, and with that money we spend, with the money I got, we feed our family with it. I can't be giving you money back because you couldn't afford it. You shouldn't have came up here. Either way, that is the end of the story, honey. The customer from hell, she came up here acting crazy over some hair bundles. Would you believe it? Yes, it happens every day. Either way, I love y'all so much, and if you made it this far, I want y'all to drop me some black hearts in the comments, okay? For the hair bundles, y'all, I don't think, if you can find a hair bundle emoji, drop that in there. But if you can't, just drop me some black hearts in the comments if you made it this far. Anyway, I love y'all so much for Click and Play. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. Drop me some comments in there. You can drop me some black hearts in our comments, or just tell me what y'all think. Baby, I love to chat in the comments, baby. I love y'all a lot, and I hope that y'all have an amazing day just because you hit play. Bye, besties. Bye. See y'all on the next video.